YouTube, what's good with it, man? It's your boy Neo Cannabis, and I'm back with another video. In this video today, I'm going to explain why California has the best weed, and if you are a aspiring cannabis brand owner or even a current cannabis brand owner, why you need to be sourcing your product from California. In a previous video, there was a lot of chatter in the comments, people claiming their state has the best weed, but in this video, I'm going to explain why. It's just no debate. California has the best weed and is number one as far as producing cannabis, cannabis culture, anything revolving around the cannabis industry. California holds that top spot. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Neo Cannabis. In 2018, I started a licensed cannabis delivery service based in Oakland, California. Within 2 years, I scaled that business into a 7-figure operation. Today, I teach cannabis entrepreneurs, current and prospective, how to start and scale their own cannabis businesses. So if this sounds like something that you would be interested in, please like, share, comment, subscribe. You do not want to miss out. Also, for anything revolving around this cannabis industry, I am your source, whether that's vendors, collabs, consultations, free resources. Hit my email, neocannabis1@gmail.com, and I will get you right. So without further ado, let's hop into this video. Yeah, like I mentioned, there was a lot of chatter in the comments of a previous video where I had mentioned very briefly that California is number one in my opinion. And a lot of people had their own opinions for their state that they're in. I was hearing like Michigan, Virginia, New York, Florida, Oregon. There's a plethora of states, but in this video, I'm going to explain why that is not the case and California is number one and it's not even close. So first of all, genetics, strains. California is notorious for producing and creating the best strains that we have today. Strains like Runts, Purple Punch, Blue Dream, Cookies, Sunset Sherbet, OG Kush, Granddaddy Perp, Gelato. All these different iconic strains were all created in California. So just that point alone, I don't know any other state that has a list of strains, a resume similar to California. Nowadays, all of these candy strains, they're all cut from gelatos. And of course, like the lemon cherry gelato, any hot strain, 9 times out of 10, it was created in California. When lemon cherry gelato was running the game, when the gelatos was running the game, the Runts, the Granddaddy Perps, the OG Kushes, all of those were created in California. So just that point alone just shows it's not even close. I don't know any other state or even country, if you want to talk internationally, that has that resume, that list of iconic strains that are so prevalent in our culture today. If anybody has any type of argument within the comments, I'll take a look at it, but I do not think it even comes close when you're talking about California. And maybe you guys don't even know that all of these strains were created in California. When you talk about the gelatos, the Sunset Sherbets, the cookies, all of these strains, it's a plethora of different strains that have dominated the game year in and year out. And, you know, we cycle through them, and one thing remains similar between all of these hot strains is that they were created in California because we have the best genetics, we have the best experts, the best cultivators, the best growing techniques, and also we have the best weather if you're talking about outdoor cultivation. So that leads me to my next point. When you talk about culture, again, it does not come close. If you know anything about California, Humboldt County, that is notorious for being the top producer in the world of cannabis. At one point, I believe like 10, 20 years ago, Humboldt County was estimated to produce at least 20 to 30% of all cannabis in the world, just that one county in California. So if there's any other place in the world that is responsible for cannabis culture similar to Humboldt County, let me know, because I don't see any type of competition. And a lot of people may not know, if you go to Humboldt County, like you're just going up there, you don't know who you're supposed to network with, who to tap in with. You could literally be killed. There's stories of people going up to Humboldt County and never being found again because they take cannabis that serious. It's such of a sacred art. It's so important to them. This culture, cannabis Cannabis, it's people who are literally killed for going up there, either not knowing what they're doing, what they're getting into, talking to the wrong people, and they've never been seen again. So you have to take that into account when you're talking about culture. Again, it doesn't even come close. Please let me know another state that at one point was responsible for 20 to 30% of all cannabis. There's literally no other state. My last point, when you talk about the recreational market, California reigns supreme. I believe in 2023, this is just recreationally, California did over $5 billion in recreational sales. The closest state next to that was Michigan. I believe they did like 2.9 to $3 billion. But that is misleading because it doesn't even account for the black market, because the black market probably produces another $2 to $3 billion in sales. They can't account for that. You go to LA, there's all these dispos, there's all these grow operations. We don't even know how much cannabis is sold on the black market in California. But even in the recreational market, it's not even close. And I know people are going to say, oh, that's because we have the most people, but you have to think we still have the biggest brands. You talk about Stizzy, you talk about Cookies, you talk about West Coast Cure, Alien Labs, Backpack Boys, Runts. We reign supreme in culture, in having the top brands. And if you are a top brand, or you want to be a top brand, you have to establish yourself in this California market to be legitimized and to be taken seriously. Also, for all my trappers, when you talk about the black market, I've never heard anybody say, I met the plug in Michigan, or I met the plug in Florida, or I met the plug in New York. You always hear, I met the plug in Cali, or I met the plug in Humboldt. That just shows that anytime you talk about good weed, it's associated automatically with California. Again, that just proves that California is number one. I know you guys have a lot of pride in some of your other states, and sometimes people get emotional over this, but I'm just stating facts. California, as far as having the best cannabis, being number one in the world, it's not even close. I don't know any other state that has a resume as far as culture, as far as strains, as far as recreational sales, as far as black market sales, that can even compete. If you want to let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree with me, if you have another type of argument. I heard some people saying Michigan. What are some top strains for Michigan? Can you please let me know? Do you have anything close to gelato? Do you have anything close to Runt, Sunset Sherbet, Girl Scout Cookies, Blue Dream, Granddaddy? We dominated the old school strains, and we also dominated this new age of strains, all the candy flavors, the lemon cherries, the Runts. They all come from California. They're all cuts of gelato, and that all attributes back to California. So again, please let me know what you think. Not gonna keep you guys too long. If this video provided you any type of value, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace, I'm out.